Good morning, YouTube. We are officially under 2 weeks out, so it's Sunday today. Sunday the 21st of August, which means I'm just under 2 weeks out from my first show of the season, which is super exciting. Obviously it's been a few weeks since I have uploaded anything, but I'm quite enjoying the kind of frequency of my uploads this year. It just means that you guys can see more changes and I can actually cover more relevant things. So as you saw this morning, checked in, weighed in this morning at 110.6 pounds, which is teeny tiny. Things are going really well. So the plan actually is from here, I've got 3 more cardio sessions to do before things get tapered down, and I'm just about to go and box off that 1 session out of the 3 because it's the morning, if you can't tell by how tired I look. So I'm still on the still on the cross trainer doing my cardio, and yeah, things are ticking along really nicely. Vicky is super happy. I did actually go and see her earlier last week, and I will leave the posts that we did. We covered lots and lots of things related to prep, working with a coach, post show, all of that kind of good stuff, and we covered it in a live Instagram post. So I know Josh will pop my Instagram up here, but if you guys are kind of new to competing and want something helpful to watch during your cardio, then I do actually recommend that, because we have some really positive feedback on that video, and we didn't really plan it that much. We were just talking quite naturally. So yeah, go and give that one a watch. But I wanted to kind of take you guys through what things look like at 2 weeks out, and I'm just gonna kind of pick up the camera over the next few days and just gonna give you a little bit of an update. I'm kind of at the point now where my energy is quite low. Hunger has just started to creep in. Like I mentioned before this prep, I haven't been particularly hungry. I notice it more in my energy levels, and those energy levels have definitely dropped in the last few weeks. So I've got a big quad session today, and I'd really like to film it, but it's a long session, a very long session when I don't film it. So I'm thinking, do I film it or do I not? So I guess you'll find out in later in this video if I do get around to filming it, but I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm running low food for the next kind of 4 or 5 days before we start to peak. That is the update really. So I'm gonna crack on and get my cardio done now. I'm then also gonna get a few thousand steps done, just because I know after my leg day it takes it out of me quite a fair amount. So I just kind of plan for that and make sure that I haven't got like a billion steps to do after I train legs. So my steps are still at 13k, and they will be for another 3 or 4 days, and then we will be starting to taper down. I also have a very exciting delivery coming up in the next kind of few days, so hopefully I get to show you guys what that is. But for now, I'm gonna get on that cross trainer, smash out one of my final full 45 minutes of cardio, and I will speak to you guys when I'm back. I will probably feel much better for getting my cardio done. I always do. But yeah, big playlist on, go and smash it. Somewhere here. God, this lighting is fucking awful. Sweet Jesus. So obviously checked in this morning. We're on daily check-ins at the moment, and I think I obviously said this morning that we are starting to taper back from Wednesday. I think there's going to be some slight adjustments made. So from tomorrow there are going to be some new things. So when I know what those new things are, I will obviously let you guys know. But that is cardio done. Home, shower, eat, and crack on with the day. So I've just finished eating my first meal. It was really late this morning. It's super annoying because the gym I do cardio nights at the weekend, it doesn't open till like 8 in the morning, which I'm not gonna lie, is quite inconvenient because usually I would have finished my cardio by that time. So at the weekends, things are a little bit later to start. But what I'm gonna do now is I've just finished doing some admin work and the time's like 10 o'clock. Just finished a little bit of admin work posing wise, and then I am gonna prep my post-workout meal, head out for some steps. But before I do that, I need to do a little bit of uni work. Now you're probably thinking, uni work? It's the middle of summer. Yeah, so basically I had to get an extension on a piece of work because I got like messed around with the placement thingy, and the writing was based on the placement that I wasn't able to do. So sadly I'm still having to do a little bit of uni work, but it's really good because it's keeping me kind of focused off bodybuilding for like an hour a day or so. So I'm just literally doing 90 minutes of writing and then that's it. I cut it there because I'm a little unoften person. I can't just sit for like 6 hours and concentrate, or even 2 hours to be fair. Hence why I'm not very good at watching films when I'm on prep. And just wanted to say how, oh my lord, just zips my hair in there. Just how cute and fluffy this little fleece is that my sister got me for my 21st. It's a little birdhouse, little fleece. It's yeah, on prep I like to be wrapped up, I like to be cozy, but I just really love it. It probably does look like I'm a bit of a granny in it, but I don't really care. It's fluffy. So I'm gonna get on with prepping my post-workout. A little bit of a tweak. I was obviously having 15 grams of Carbomax intra-workout, and now what we've done is actually taken this out because my carbs are very low right now. They're like 63 grams a day with this as well. So what I'm actually doing is, instead of having intra, I'm having potatoes and macroing out the same amount of carbs and having these potatoes in my post-workout instead. It's only like 100 grams, but at this point it does make a difference. So bye-bye Carb Max until off season. So no more of this. I'm just having EAA, intra-workout, and then I'm having potatoes, same amount of carbs, so 15 grams of carbs from potatoes in my post-workout meal, as well as my pineapple. So I'm gonna get that prepped, get on my computer, and then go out and do some steps, get some fresh air, and then it's time to eat again and train legs. I'm still on the barbecue seasoning. For absolutely everything. It's fish, it goes on chicken, it goes on eggs. It's just what's tickling the taste buds this year. So yeah, a bit of feta and pineapple. We're still on the Bamberg for the shake. Oh, I just totally missed the shake. I still get very shaky hands after my cardio for a good few hours. So that's fun, makes food prep interesting. So that is me all back from my final big leg session. I'm really glad actually that I didn't film it because I just wanted to get in and train. There's been a lot of stuff go on in the last few weeks. Personal life wise, I won't really go into it, but I just wanted to kind of focus on the job at hand, which is boxing off a big session. So that took me a few hours. I had a lot of Stimumax before I went and trained. Feel really good for it, and I've just eaten, and I just was watching the UKDFBA Northern, which is the show that was on this weekend, and it's just really cool to see how much kind of support and publicity natural bodybuilding is getting at the moment. So obviously just saw both George Osborne and Jack Thorburn win their classes, which is really cool. I don't yet know who won the overall, so obviously by the time this video comes out we will know, but both of you guys looked amazing. I don't know if either of you will watch this, but there we go. And generally just like the standard of natural bodybuilding is really kind of growing, which is really cool to see. Really cool. So I'm mainly going to be sat at my desk for the rest of the day. I will be watching the live streams for the UKDFBA show, getting a little bit more writing done. I actually boxed off all of my steps after my session because I'm already knackered and it's like 4:20. So it is very much a laptop Sunday, which is really nice, in the comfort of the flat, which is perfect. And then we will see what the orders are from tomorrow, because we are obviously so close to the show now. And yeah, it's just really cool to watch another show because it's obviously only a week and 6 days from mine. So it's cool to just kind of see what the standard is like, and you know, see other competitors that I follow and kind of get up there. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with some work and I will see you a little bit later. So welcome to 13 days out. I've just checked in. It's like 7 in the morning, and we've just started to taper back cardio some more. So from today, Vicky was actually super happy with my pictures, looking tighter despite being a little bit heavier. Now my weight always pops up after a leg day, but this time it was only by like ½ pound. Usually it can be like £2, so that's quite a low increase for me, because throughout prep I just continue to train hard to retain muscle. So from today, cardio is now down to 30 minutes, and when your cardio has been an hour and 20 minutes at one point, it feels you know, 30 minutes feels like absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna go and get that done. I'm also then gonna do some steps just to kind of keep my routine in the same kind of time frame, so that my meals come in at the same time. And then probably do some stretching, just because my body feels a little bit like it's screaming at me right now. So I'm gonna get that done. But yeah, super happy that at 13 days out we're starting to pull things off. We're gonna continue to taper across this week. Food has already been increased ever so slightly, and basically the plan is to drip feed increasing amounts of carbohydrates into me. So it's literally an extra like 25 grams of carbs a day, but when your total carbs are being like that 63 that I mentioned before, 25 grams feels like a decent like percentage increase, if that makes sense. So all the exciting, very exciting. So gonna go and get this cardio done. Feeling good, feeling very sore after that leg session, very sore, but it was the final one, so gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just noticing how different my face looks from my off-season vlogs, all the prep things. And yeah, I also changed my nose ring back to my ring, my black ring, not my stud. So all the changes. I'm also thinking of getting another piercing, because prep does this to me. I'm thinking either here or the top of my ear. I don't really know which one. So maybe in one of these next clips I will have a new shiny on my face. I just fancy it. I just fancy it. But cardio time. Stop chatting shit. So that is a very quick 30 minutes of cardio done. And because we are less than 2 weeks out, skincare is a thing. So I'm gonna obviously not show you in the fucking shower, that'd be a bit much. But I'm just gonna take you guys through what it is that I'm doing. And I've been doing this from like 5 weeks out. If you're a first-time competitor, please make sure that you read the information that the tanning companies give to you regarding your skincare, because it's so important. You don't want to do all this work and then get to show day and have a really bad tan. So do your skincare stuff. It can feel like a lot of effort, especially at this point in prep, but it's worth it, I promise. So some sort of Sanex Zero product, scrub gloves, they cost fuck all money, and I just wash myself and I scrub any of the kind of like dead skin off that everyone has. It's not just me being gross, it's normal. I scrub every single day, especially from like 3 weeks out. It's not something that you can kind of do in like 2 days. You need to be kind of consistent with it. I then make sure I moisturize my entire body, because obviously the tan goes everywhere, so it's important that everything gets moisturized. And then I just literally do that every day, and it's as simple as that. Obviously next week I will be shaving my entire body 24 to 48 hours before my first layer of tan goes on. And before that first layer of tan goes on, I've just got to make sure that I don't have any deodorant or moisturizer or anything that would make me smell relatively nice on, because that will turn the tan green and we don't want that. So I'm gonna have a shower and then crack on with my morning. But yeah, I can't believe feedback from Vicky was taper down cardio, more food coming in. So the taper and the peak has already started at 13 days out, which is really, really nice. You know, we're not having to push into peak week at all. Just brilliant. So yeah, very, very positive kind of check-in. And I did have a bit of a FaceTime with her this morning just to make sure that she could see me, she could see how I actually was. It's very easy to be like, yeah, I'm fine, on a WhatsApp message. So yeah, all is good. That is my first meal all in. I did take a picture of it on my phone, and you know how it is. But it's now just after 9. Actually, no, it's not. That's a complete lie. It's just after 9:45. Just a bit late. But I have just got back to some posing clients in terms of feedback, and also just sorted out a little bit more admin work. I didn't really realise when I started posing with people that there'd be so much admin work involved, but there we go. It's nice to just make sure everything's nice and organised, because prep brain, if I don't write things down or sort things out straight away, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm keeping on top of things, but I'm just gonna prep my pre and post workout meal because I'm in the studio posing before I train and then posing after I train as well. So I'm gonna be at the gym for a good like 5 hours today, so I've got to make sure that I'm all ready. Now, update this morning, we are starting to bump up carbs a little bit. So in my post-workout meal, I've now gone from having 100 grams of potato and 50 grams of pineapple to 300 grams of potatoes and 50 grams of pineapple as well. Now, as we do come into you know, tapering food down, filling me out, we are just gonna be sticking to the same food sources that we have been through the entire prep. There are so many reasons for this, but my body really likes whole foods. It doesn't really enjoy anything that's processed at all. So keeping to rice-based carbohydrates or starches like potatoes works really well for me. So I'm not gonna get caught up in what everyone else does, because it doesn't really matter. You've got to do what's best for you in these situations. So I'm gonna cook up some potatoes. Chicken's in the oven, and I will be having some pineapple with that as well. The reason that we use different types of carbohydrates is because if you utilize starchy carbs as well as things like fructose, which is obviously in your fruits, you're able to actually utilize and saturate your cells more and get more of a benefit from those carbohydrates, as opposed to just using one source of one type of carbohydrates. So there's the science bit, that's the reason, that's the rationale behind why we do it. Also, I do enjoy pineapple, so you know, everything on my meal plan I do enjoy. So yeah, I'm gonna get those cooked up, and then I've got about an hour of writing to do on this fucking assignment, and then it'll be gym time. So yeah, busy morning, get things done, get to the gym, and this is why I think I haven't been hungry this year. I've been too busy, which is nice, you know. You don't want to be sat there thinking, oh my god, I've still got 2 hours until I can eat again. It's not fun. I'm not even kidding, having this amount of potato makes me a little bit emotional because I know how good it's gonna make me feel. Ah, I'm so excited. Potato life. All prepped and my shake is in the fridge. I'm actually having to upgrade to a bucket Tupperware for my post-workout because I got to fit 300 grams of potato in here and it's not gonna fit. And also, right, I hate it when you put ketchup on a meal and then there's not enough room for the lid and then all of the lid goes on the ketchup. Sorry, all of the ketchup goes on the lid. I don't know, that just really pisses me off. So you gotta just upgrade the size of it. I mean, you can tell I've clearly thought way too much about this, but it's just gotta be done right. So bucket Tupperware it is. There's always one. So that is training and posing all wrapped up. I just actually had a FaceTime with Vicky. Obviously I'm doing Vicky's posing as well, so we were just running through a few changes that I wanted to make to her routine. And again, it's just super cool to be doing my coach's posing, and obviously we're doing the same show, so that's gonna be really, really good this year, and that'll be the second one out of the 3 consecutive weekends I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just about to head home, and then myself and Vic are doing a live in a little bit, but just gonna get home, probably walk like halfway home rather than get the bus all the way back, and then yeah, get some things planned for this live. But a very good session, and the refeed, so obviously the additional carbs that went in post-workout. Yeah, I feel very sleepy from them, which is nice. 300 grams of potato feels like so much compared to 100. So yeah, that's keeping my little belly very full right now. So as you can see, the extra potato is doing its thing and actually filling me out a little bit. I ate about an hour ago. Yeah, this is what we want. You can't actually see it on this camera because of the lighting, but I had some quite big veins popping through before, so carbohydrates doing nothing. So all back from the gym. I'm just setting up to record a little bit of a live, do a little bit of a live with Vicky on Instagram. It's something that we're looking to kind of do on a weekly basis, just because we have obviously been working together for so long, and both Vicky as a coach, myself as a posing coach, you know, we come into contact with lots of competitors, and we've both heard recently of lots of kind of horror stories regarding prep, regarding bodybuilding, and we just wanted to kind of continue discussing you know, things to maybe look out for when you're prepping that your coach is maybe telling you to do, and just signs and things to be aware of, because obviously with our industry being unregulated, technically anyone can be a prep coach, and it's just making sure that as a client, especially a first timer, that you're in safe hands, and that's super important. So we're just going to jump on Instagram, do a little bit of a live. If it's something that, you know, you want us to cover a little bit more, then let me know in the comments, and let me know if there's anything specific that you would kind of like us to discuss.
I am doing a live. There we go. There we are.
Hello.
Honestly, poor connections in that kind.
Sorry. So it's now like 8:30. I've just finished my final steps of the day, and I'm putting together my last meal. This is something else that has been changed now, since we are kind of increasing carbs from here. What we're actually looking to do as well is slightly increase my fat intake, and that's just to make sure that the additional carbs I am having are sticking, they're doing their job, rather than just kind of going, well, they're not really having much of an effect in terms of filling up muscles. So before I get into food, we are of course going to be having a big fat scoop of Neuro PM, probably a 2-scooper today. It's been a bit of an emotionally draining day. There's been life stuff is probably the best way of putting it going on, so I will probably not need that much. A rounded scoop of Neuro PM. I've also just had my Digest Max as well. That is everyday, year-round supplement for me. I need it. I cannot function without Digest Max. So everything that I do use, as always, you know that I use it for a reason, and I'm not just having supplements for the sake of it. So Neuro PM, it's got to be the mango for me. Mango all the way. For my final meal, have 2 whole eggs, which I'm literally scrambling and microwaving. It's super lazy, but honestly, it tastes really good. I'm literally microwaving it for like 20 seconds, give it a mix, and then bang it back in for another like 20 seconds. And then I'm having 50 grams of berries with 30 grams of whey, just like mixed in over the top. So I've got those ready. They literally, one just needs to go in the microwave, but I don't eat till 9, so I've just got them sorted. I'm gonna chill, put my feet up, but I'm gonna actually leave this video here because I would really like to, and fingers crossed, I managed to get out a some more frequent vlogs over this next week, because there are some exciting things happening. There is something very, very exciting and special on its way to me as we speak, and as soon as that arrives, I will mainly be showing you exactly what that is. But I've got some peak week things to get ready, lined up for peak week, because of course it's not peak week just yet, but feeling good for those extra spuds I had earlier, and it'll be interesting to see the look in 2 days. So I'm not actually checking in tomorrow morning. Vicky just wants me to have 2 days of the slightly higher carb intake and then have a look at my physique from there. So the next time I pick up the camera, hopefully I'll be a little bit more carbied, have a little bit more carbs running through me and feel good. I've had a good day though today in terms of my energy levels, but you know, by this time, 8:35, it's time to wind down, it's time to chill out, and routine really is key. So thank you guys ever so much for watching, and if you are new to the channel, do not forget to like this video and remember to subscribe so you can see even more of me. But thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.